and away they go. It's a good start from everybody. Not fantastic from Salvador perhaps, but the pole man Danny Delgado got away brilliantly, and Pedro Acosta has slipped in behind him on the 37, so it's 96 that leads into the first corner, and who leads with the Cup winner Pedro Acosta behind him. Delgado from Acosta.
Yeah, Danny Acosta was perfectly legal, not an aggressive move at all, but it worked perfectly, and then he just got back in line for turn one. So yeah, he's that was his plan. And
is who's picked up third place, but Mario Aji is there as well on the 34. So the young Indonesian being very determined. Somebody's won super wide there. David Alonso, as I said, he's got to come from a long way back. If he's got Aji Salvador didn't get away that brilliantly, but he's already moved up into fourth place. So good to see him not too handicapped by a 54, and he's passed Salvador.
Mariachi there just got brilliant, smaller, lighter, and yeah, rider that can get tucked in. So yeah, brilliant first lap for him.
Yeah, and he's in his second Cup season, of course. The first year, as Neil said, it's not easy for these people coming from Asia and that to come to Europe and really settle in. But
Costa, he really has got the luxury. He's got that championship in the bag, so he's not thinking about the championship anymore. He's got two clear races where head down, and yeah, but all the other riders, certainly he doesn't want to finish on a high.
Yeah, that's right, and of course he goes straight into the World Championship, the Moto3 World Championship. So these
dropped out of this race.
And Delgado really putting in the hard work here to complete the second lap. He's not broken away completely. It's still Pedro Acosta in second place.
Whoa, there's an accident in the background there. Someone sliding off at the last corner in that off-camber downhill left-handed last corner. Easily done. Tyres are up to temperature, so I don't think it was tyre temperature just pushing.
Let's see, we had notice of a long lap penalty, but somebody took a fastest lap of the race so far for the 64 of David Munoz, who crossed the line in second. Now, oh, and down goes Delgado, and down goes Acosta as well. He had nowhere to go. He's Acosta and Delgado. That's turned the race around, of course. And the number 64 machine, David Munoz, is now leading. But he had a bit of a shocker there, I think. 94 of Ivan Ortola right alongside him. And this race has come back alive. And it's now Mario Aji who has the lead. Well, incredible. Just when I was about to say it is, and he's running on the green stuff, it is the commentator's curse. I just said they're splitting away from this, and it's completely turned around because they have ended up sliding off. And we've got, goodness gracious me, the shocks never cease to come, do they? It is the 24 of Ivan Ortola in front.
Yeah, we had a few spills in the opening laps last weekend. I was just thinking how well everyone was behaving themselves. It's pretty dark out there in perfectly dry conditions. Philip Tom went down, and then Danny and Pedro, but yeah, I'm not sure there's any problem with the track.
And of course, there's not on Saturday. So it is the 24 of Ivan Ortola that leads, the 64 of David Munoz, and then David Alonso. We're saying he's got work to do. He's done the work. He's up into fourth place behind Mario Aji on the number 80. So he's.
I didn't really catch it first time round. I thought it might have been a front end top. But
the 24 of Ivan Ortola it is that leads, but he's got this pack right on his tail, headed by the 64 of David Munoz. But on the inside, great stuff. He's so determined. He won last Saturday, of course, picked up the pieces ground a bit now. That really is an intense battle up the front there. I mean, there's 6 in the picture there, but there are another trio right behind them. Mario Aji 34, he's in the 24 of Ivan Ortola that leads David Salvador. So going to go past on the brakes up the inside into turn one. No, he doesn't. He thinks better of it. And battle for the lead there towards the back of the group are the likes of, really got to watch it, Delgado taken to medical centre for a checkup. Let's hope it will.
Racking up. They get a warning at three strikes and then 5 strikes. Then they will be doing the long lap penalties. So rack up a few penalties.
Yeah, indeed. But it is David Salvador that has the advantage, but only just. Wow, what a superb battle it is.
Yeah, David Munoz as well got serious pace faster than last weekend, but yeah, certainly well on the pace at the front.
Right, so it's David Salvador that leads with the Ivan Ortola in second place. 33 passes Aji for fourth place. Right, so it's David Salvador that leads. He wasn't happy with the pace, and of course, you know, the men who are
this year, so I'm sure we'd like to stay exactly where he is.
And Izan Gueveri's another man straight on. Salvador has the advantage over David Munoz. And Aji goes up the inside of his Guevara. Just showing the fact to the World Championship, mate, but I can pass you at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's very impressive to see somebody. And Carlos Tatai, a winner from last year, showing good form here this weekend. So, yeah, these guys certainly.
Yeah, and I think it was something like the top 5 or 6 in the Moto3 qualifying lap, 7, just 8 remaining. It's the line that's 6th. That time still keeping, and a really strong late move up the inside.
Yeah, it certainly was, and tricky place to pass there, but he certainly got his bike set up well, working well in the brakes. Just
the moment, second in the title chase. Salvador on 38, it leads.
Salvador was so strong last week. He's sort of patchy, a little bit wet. It just looked like he had confidence to pass and come through the pack, but he's certainly got the pace this weekend.
I think it's only a matter of time before we get notified of a lead. Still 11 guys. Salvador
has got a long lap penalty.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious me. So, well, we're surprised really, can we? We saw him run off the track three times at least, and it only requires 5. There's somebody else to come back. You know, he's going to do it. If he serves his long lap penalty soon, that may not of his podium chances. I think it's going to be very, very difficult, of course. Munoz, who now has the advantage. Salvador is pushed back. He's still in 2nd place, but I think it's his 3rd. David Alonso is there. The 7 of Daniel Munoz is there as well. Wow, my goodness, look at the pack of them, 3 abreast there at the back. And it's that strange change of direction. We were talking about it in practice, wasn't it, Neil? It's quite going through there.
Yeah, it's so difficult. It's easy to get blind.
Or Mario Aji there going onto the green stuff. So Salvador has the advantage, but only just ahead of David Munoz.
On the screen for Salvador, I didn't see any indication or indicators on the start-finish straight for Salvador to take his long lap penalty on that last lap, but he should be seeing his...
Right, so he still has the advantage there, but only just.
To take his long lap penalty on that last lap, but he should be...
And Alex Krieg. Wow, incredible stuff. Right, out, and we'll keep a look as they go down the start and finish straight of anyone getting a long lap board. Salvador with the advantage, and I don't see a long lap board there at all. So maybe something jumped the gun on that. Early on the podium, and even with a race win. My goodness, there's some elbowing, them, some exchange of Alpine Stars leather colour and KTM.
I think Mario Aji might be the chance. Certainly got a good chance of a potential podium. That's a really useful thing to have around this tight, twisty Valencia circuit. It's not fast and flows around wide there, so that might have messed up this lap. But I do feel
Alonso still battling for those 2nd to 7th places in the.
Still really is anybody's.
Absolutely anybody's. Absolutely anybody's. Aji's still there in 4th place across the line, yes, and he's looking strong there. And there, as Neil says, he goes up the inside of the 89. Yeah, so now it is Ivan Ortola who has the advantage. He carried that injury into the race, so let's hope he hasn't hurt it more, because that's what he didn't need to do. He was limping, and that wasn't in his plan at all. So that's most unfortunate to see. The 24 of Ivan Ortola leading the 6th last lap. Now David Salvador is there, and as you say, Daniel Munoz is there as well.
Yeah, he's back on form, and Ortola, of course, 3rd in the championship, and well in contention for a 2nd place in the championship.
Right, so this is the final lap now, but anything can happen. There's still obviously 10 guys in with a chance of winning this one. 64 behind. Mario Aji dropped back to 7th place, so he's got a little bit of work to do. The first Rookies Cup race of the weekend, and it is still the 24 of Ivan Ortola that leads. Oh, and there's more. If you go off on the last lap and you've gained any kind of advantage, you automatically get penalised. Doesn't matter those guys who are on the green stuff on the final lap. Still Ortola it is, with taking that away from David Munoz. So Salvador so determined to win Saturday's race as he did last weekend, but no, he's got David Munoz back inside him again. And it's Ortola who's looking very strong to win the Saturday race, and Salvador comes up the inside. Ortola has it, and then a couple of that was his Guevara. And who's going to win it? It looks like Ortola, but no, he's got beaten on the line. It is David Munoz who has it over Ortola. Salvador Ariati, Aji via David Munoz, the winner. He came from 10th place on the grid. Absolutely superb ride from him. Ivan Ortola, who came from 8th. David Salvador, who was off the front row. Marcus Uriarte. Right, so there's the current points situation. Ivan Ortola and Pedro Acosta.